What's going on, guys? It's Abbo with All Things Sports, and today we have another very interesting topic. The Giants rescind their $60 million offer to Jason Pierre-Paul after he suffered severe burns and possibly nerve damage in one of his hands after letting a firework go off in his hand. Let me just say I'm a diehard Giants fan. So when I heard this, trying to put this politely, I was very pissed. Honestly, I'm not really that surprised. Because even going back to training camp 2 years ago when Prince Amukamara was a rookie coming in, I remember seeing Jason Pierre-Paul being one of the guys hazing him, picking him up, and dunking him into the, it's not a hot tub, but the cold tub, after a practice and shouting an expletive. And I mean, for Jason Pierre-Paul, you're trying to get paid. And you're trying to get paid now, which is why you haven't signed your franchise tender. And if he was a older player that wasn't as valuable to his team and wouldn't command as much money as he would on the open market, considering pass rushers are really good pass rushers, a marquee diamond dozen in the NFL, and always get paid as such, I mean, he would really have to worry about this. And I guess this is what people really mean by life experience and just growing up and maturing and understanding, even though this isn't a boy, this is a grown man and a veteran of the team. It's very easy to make the argument that this is his defense. He is the best player on that side of the ball and was second in the league in tackles by defensive linemen. So for you to be the savvy veteran, the commander of the defense, who wants to get paid and should be setting an example for the rookies coming in, this is terrible. How do you end up doing this? To be a Giants fan and say I'm disappointed would be an understatement, but for Jason Pierre-Paul, what do other NFL teams see when they look at this? A guy that should know better at this point, who's trying to show that he's worth the ridiculous amount of money that he's trying to command, over $60 million, since there were reports that he would have turned this deal down. And you end up severely damaging your hand, potentially having nerve damage. This very easily could have been worse if a firework went off in his hand. But just objectively, as a fan of the NFL, I'm speechless. I don't know how you do this. If I was in line for a huge contract, even though there were reports saying that he would not have gotten the contract he's looking for this offseason, I would have someone carry me to my car. I would have someone drive me where I have to go. I would make sure that I am in pristine condition come training camp, considering that there have been a host of free agents, Darrelle Revis specifically, that have skipped off-season OTAs and training camp to get a bigger contract. And that was on Hard Knocks. And, I mean, you saw how just awkward that situation was. And for Jason Pierre-Paul to go out and just show this kind of immaturity, it really, you look at the term veteran, and it's just exactly that. It's just a word to him. I mean, there's no love or passion, I feel like, for the NFL 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're going to injure yourself like this, let alone on a contract year. I mean, this would be his first huge payday. But I don't know if I want to laugh or I want to cry as a Giants fan. But I hope he learns from this. I think Herm Edwards spoke about this on ESPN this morning, that every single year when he was a coach during the offseason, when people would report to OTAs and training camp, he would show a highlight reel of what happens during the offseason and players that did really stupid things that would serve as prime examples to specifically the younger players, the players that haven't been in the league, that haven't had the amount of incredible wealth that is at their disposal once they make it to the NFL, and just say, don't be this guy. And for Jason Pierre-Paul, he's supposed to be the one leading by example. But unfortunately, I don't wish anyone to hate on him or have this affect him financially, because at the end of the day, he plays in a vicious sport where injury can happen at any time, and he's already had back surgery, and there's a reason why they get paid as much as they get paid. It's not like these guys are insured or they have health insurance, although they have ridiculous sums of money. What I'm trying to say is I don't want this to really affect his wallet. I'm still a Giants fan. I still like him as a football player. But as a fan of the NFL and just as a human being that thinks he exercises decent caution in just navigating the wonders of life, pretty disappointed in him. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you leave your comments down below. If any Giants fans are watching this, or just fans of the NFL, or that just love talking about it and all the players associated with it, leave your comments down below. I'm sure they'll be very interesting. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. This is Abbo with All Things Sports, and I'll see you guys later.